I'm Nick Williams. In this video, I'm going over training for Humana Wellcare, United Healthcare, and Aetna for their telephonic application. I'll jump around a little bit in this presentation. It's a previously recorded Zoom live training session. I'm going to start the video where I'm talking about Humana. So to kind of cut into me in conversation about Humana, and I'm going into their telephonic scope of appointment, and then it's going to again flow through from Humana to WellCare to United Healthcare to Aetna. I am in the middle of discussing Humana, and I'll repeat that for you. Humana has, what you see here on your screen is a scope of appointment line for Humana. And there is, so if you talk to somebody about Medicare Advantage with Humana, then you would have to go to this call this scope of appointment line first. Do the scope of appointment, then you can do a compliant presentation, and then you would go to the telephonic enrollment line. So, but prior to doing that, you would log into Humana. So you're going to have to get your usernames and passwords, and you're going to have to know how to log into all these websites. So you're going to log into Humana, you're going to log into the FAST app, and then you're going to complete the Humana FAST app. And this is a good system. I like this one better than all of the systems. And then you go over to the IVR telephonic signature line. So Humana, scope of appointment, telephonic scope of appointment. Then you do, and you would need to do that telephonic scope of appointment anytime you're talking to them online. So then over the phone, then you would do the FAST app online, logging into Humana, doing the FAST app, and then you would call this 866 phone number that you can see on the screen here, and then you can do the voice signature. So that would be the process, so that you can do a voice scope of appointment and a voice signature. Then next is WellCare, as you see here. And with WellCare, you have your scope of appointment line. It's the same procedure. You call in, do a scope of appointment. But this is a different process for the telephonic application, because what you will do with WellCare is, and I did a video about this in detail the other day, and so you can watch that on YouTube, but you would go into the telephonic application line, and you would, at that point, do a three-way call with WellCare and with an unlicensed WellCare representative. And when you do that three-way call, you will have to answer any questions regarding the actual application, or the actual, not the application, but the program, the benefits, and any explanation, because again, this representative with WellCare will not be licensed. So you have to answer the questions about the product. But that's a good thing. The individual on the line is just doing the technical process of completing the application, and you are answering any product related questions. You still have control. With Humana, you have complete control because you're doing the complete application yourself. With WellCare, you have good control because you answer the questions about the product, so you don't have to worry about somebody on the phone screwing up your application. Then we come to United Healthcare, which is a whole different animal. With United Healthcare, and this is weird because they tell you do the presentation, and if you go through United Healthcare's training, they'll say do the presentation. And then when you're done, have the client call this one, as you can see on your screen, it's 855 phone number. This is the telephonic enrollment number. So you basically are turning your client over to United Healthcare at this point, which is not necessarily a good thing. So of the companies that we have listed here, these four companies, this is the one that I dislike, because again, you're turning the client over to a representative, a telesales representative with United Healthcare. They have to do the whole application with your client. That includes doing the drug search, provider search. That will be them doing disclosures, doing everything. But you must do these things up front, because you have to do them, because if you don't do the drug search and the provider search up front, then you turn them over to the telesales rep at United Healthcare, there's a fairly good chance that it will get screwed up. Then you have to, so again, you turn them over to the United Healthcare rep. You're not on this call. You're not supposed to be on this call. So you turn them over, and this United Healthcare telesales rep does everything. It gets to be I'm going to call it to me, it's I'm worried that I'm going to get credit for this. But to ensure that you get credit, you send an email to this email address here. I'm going to highlight this. It's agencyoversight@uhc.com. It has to include the first name and last name of the agent, the date the application was completed, and the writing number. So that's important. You need to have the information. And actually, that's not 100% correct there, because you have to have the information for the client as well. Then we get to Aetna. And Aetna has a similar situation to United Healthcare, but I have more confidence that Aetna is going to be more efficient. So with Aetna, the difference is, first of all, you do the scope of appointment up front. Then you do the telephonic enrollment with this 888 number right here. And then you would call in, you have your client provide your first name and last name and your NPN. Then you're counting on the Aetna representative to correctly include that in the application. You would call in again, you would, on a three-way, you would give and your client would have to do this. Your client has to give them your agent name and your NPN, because with Aetna, your NPN, your national producer number, is the same as your agent number. Okay, I'm going to turn this volume down because I'm going to go through this. I'll turn the volume back up when I'm done going through the presentation, and then anybody that's on the line can ask me any questions. So I'm going to go to, let's see. I'm going to go to, if I can minimize this screen, I may be able to, I may not. Here we go. I'm going to go to the next tool that you need to use. And this is for enrolling people through Premier. I'm going to start with CSG Actuarial, and then I'm going to go through Medicare Center. So to log into Premier, and this is any Premier agent can log into this website. It's premiersmi.com. So you would come here and you put your username and password in, and then you go to get a quote, Medicare supplement quote, and it'll get there sooner or later. And there you are. Now we are at the Premier, or I should say, actually, the CSG Actuarial. So it's that simple. Well, let's see. Let's go to Medicare supplement, run a quote. And you can go right here and you can run quotes, and it will give you the best pricing based on putting in, I'll put a client in here, just a fictitious client. So I put my zip code in, age 65, non-tobacco, plan F. Let's go to a plan G, and then you simply go get a quote. And it is that easy. Maybe it is. There we go. And there's your quoting. So that's pretty simple. You cannot go to CSG Actuarial and log in. You could go to CSG Actuarial, and there is a login feature there, csgactuarial.com, but you cannot log in from that CSG Actuarial. You must go through Premier to get to the CSG website. And again, you can see that over here in the corner, it is highlighted as a Premier, and this is free. So normally if you were to purchase CSG, and I'm going to back this up a screen or two here, you can see with CSG Actuarial, you got a Medicare supplement quoting system, you have Medicare Advantage, but we're going to go to Medicare Center and go over that. You have e-applications, you have e-applications, forget that, but you have final expense life application quoting. So they're going to give you the best prices for final expense, hospital indemnity, and dental. So I'm going to go over this again. Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage, final expense, hospital indemnity, and dental. So you have these different tools that are going to be available to you for this, for quoting. And, but again, I'll give you the example of the Medicare supplement. I'll do a final expense quote here, just quickly. So I'll put the same zip code, 99615, female, $10,000, level benefit, age 65, non-tobacco, and let's get quote. So, and this is a good tool for you if you're simply shopping for yourself to see what's competitive in a geographic area, or perhaps using it to show to a client that, hey, I've shopped this for you. I've got the best pricing. So with Foresters, that's $41. United of Omaha, which is Mutual of Omaha, it's $41. Columbia Mutual is $43. So there you go. That is a good tool for you to use. And again, you can do that for the dental. You can do that for the Medicare Advantage. You can do that for hospital indemnity and Medicare supplement. So I'm going to go to the next tool we have here. Now there's two ways to log into this, and that's Medicare Center. You can go to medicarecenter.com and log in. But if you happen to be in Premier, and when I say in Premier and Premier SMI, and I'll go back from the beginning to show you the process that you would get to Medicare Center. So here we are, we're at premiersmi.com. We would log in. Oh, here we go, log in. We would go to get a quote, and then you can go to Medicare Advantage quote. And that takes you to Medicare Center. And at Medicare Center, you simply click log in, and there you go. Let's see. And I'm not going to go there. I did a detailed presentation on YouTube about Medicare Center the other day or last week. So you can just look up Medicare Center. I have 3 videos specifically on Medicare Center. It would be the most recent one is the one that you would want to view. So I go into all these different tabs and show you how that works. This is a great tool as well. Through Medicare Center, you would use this if somebody has some technology where you can send them email specifically, you can send them a link that would enable you to do a compliant presentation. And by sending them that link, you can pretty much do everything right in Medicare Center and enroll them with multiple companies. Medicare Center also provides you what's called a personalized URL or a PURL. Now, most companies have this as well, but the PURL is a page that you can send to the client. It's a link, and I'll show you in Pearl. I believe it's right here in my account. This right here is Pearl. So I'm going to copy this. Actually, I want to copy this, and I will paste it here. Maybe this will work. I hope it will work. Basically, I'm going to click go, and there you are. It's a personal website that you don't have to do anything. Your client, you could send this to 100 people. You could send it to 1,000 people. Your client can simply take this. You do nothing. So you're out of the picture now. You can send this to a client and say, hey, here's a website. This will show you everything you need to know about the plans that are available. So your client can simply click get started, and they can view all, let's see, I'm going to see how easy this is. View all plans. Oh, I'll go 29615. So now this would be your client doing this. You're completely out of the picture. Your client may call you and ask you how to go through this, but again, this has nothing to do with you. Your client is 100% in control. There is no scope of appointment. There is no telephonic enrollment, nothing of that nature. And your client can simply go to the plan they choose, click add to cart. Let's see here, click add to cart, and then click enroll. And they will do everything, you will do nothing, and they will do everything, you will do nothing, and you will get paid for this. It will show up in your commission statement. And that's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect from the live presentation and take individual questions from the people that are on Zoom here. So